Gilles Mansour, I wanted to come and wish you a wonderful day. I hope you're enjoying this. Almost feel like summer here. I'm going to pull out a few cards to discuss. Then I'm just going to see what the wisdom and guidance for us today. For the highest wisdom for us today is temperance. To be temperate means to not be extreme, to smooth out the edges, to be temperate from a philosophical standpoint means that our light nature is dominant over our obscure nature when we become master of ourselves, because when we are lacking in temperance, then it is the dark side that takes control and we become intemperate, at which point we become slave of ourselves. So it is important to allow ourselves to be temperated, to purify, to accept the purification, what we need to do in order to purify either it is our physical life or our thoughts, our mental process. There is things that the more we are clearing up the programs, the more we will be free to enjoy the new energies that are coming. For we are moving into an era of peace, and very soon there may be some great divine intervention in relationship to all those the warmongers, all those seek the world to create this third world war and all those things. For they will have to answer before God, before the in relationship before the truth, and it's only but in many sense so the only way to make peace is to make peace within ourselves, and there is no peace outside of ourselves, for peace is a state of being, and then from there we other people can sense the value of inner peace, and as we develop this inner peace, we'll be able to have enough power and lucidity to overcome all the difficulties that can prevent us from experiencing this regaining control over this great matrix, so that we can turn this world into a paradise for all, rather than supporting corporatist and governmental egocentrical world domination agenda. But this is all happening. This morning I was blessed with a great presence, the presence of Allah that came to visit me. For I'm not a Muslim, but I walk in the path of Allah. I am dedicated to the realization of the spiritual path. For in many sense, Allah is not my father; it is my uncle. So it is a family. It's a very, very close relationship that I have with some of the great spirit, as the Father, Mother, God of our own local universe, known as Jehovah and Sophia or Yahweh and Nebadonia. It doesn't matter how we conceive God, for God is one source, and as we move into this understanding, acceptance, to invite, if necessary, the Christ to walk with us, to participate more into our life. For all the messages of God I've been living. I've been sent in assistance for humankind to go beyond the ignorance and return to this eternal sphere of light and life, where we know ourselves as sovereign eternal beings, and we stop seeing ourselves as victims. We'll create the reality, individual and collective reality, that is truly significant in relationship to the evolution of this world. For we need to become more responsible in relationship to the administration of that planet, and so mankind have not been shown himself to. But then war was very. I just need to comment a little bit to say that war was in a sense very useful in the time of early time of evolution. The War of Troy was wanted, although it was staged. It was staged through the goddess Ares and the apple of discord. In many sense, it is Gaia and Zeus that planned the whole thing. Why? Because there was going to be famine on the earth, and there were wars. There were races of warriors, and so the planet thought that it was better for those people to fight in glorious battles, even if they have to die, rather than die of starvation in their own city. So, but now we're moving into there is enough abundance for everybody. We just need to move into the solution rather than going around the problem all the time, and to go directly to the solution. But it has to go through education, understanding. Light has to be enough. Enough people have to decide together, and the common sense of living in peace and abundance rather than in lack and conflict. For it is a personal work that we're also doing, and for that what we need to understand is authenticity. Stop playing role, just be yourself. It is about just being yourself. Once we are ourselves, everything flows, everything. God knows all our ups and downs, He knows our weakness and our strengths. No need to lie to ourselves, for everything is already known to use the Quran. It says at the time human beings didn't know anatomy, so the God did not talk about the heart, but Allah said He knows what's going on within the chest of man. There is no lying to God. God knows all things, and God is forgives, and is so it's. But that's where we have to understand that we might have no matter how much we departed from the way of the light, the whole path of evolution within the circuits of matter is an initiation process to return to that sphere of light from within, to integrate the higher light frequency. And for that we have to keep an equilibrium, a balance between the material and the spiritual. For all come from spirit, all is one, but there is a great deal of magic and mystery in the process of separation of the energies, and how they are coupled, the electrons and the protons and all those things. God holds everything through the process of gravity. There is an absolute gravity that comes from the spiritual Isle of Light, but then on the physical matter there is a linear gravity that keeps until we discover anti-gravity. We'll be held by that force. And so it is a matter of balance. It is the great the angel Ariel, and the general message for us today is accomplishment. We need to accomplish something, and sometimes a small step is better than try to make a big step and fail in the process because we are not ready for big steps. Better to move by a small step, and each step to have the appreciation and gratitude of what we have achieved. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Behind me is a painting of a white hole. For I've seen white holes. I've worked with them through these paintings, for instance, but I've never been into a white hole. I've been led into a black hole consciously, in an awakened state, and so there was a marvelous experience. It's a matter, an energy that is extremely active. It is something quite wonderful. We'll soon realize that when we travel in the universe, we do not necessarily want to take our physical body with us. It is better to move into a more spiritual form, and from there we have much more flexibility to utilize all the portals of the universe. But there will be many things that will come into it. Is a progressive revelation process for life. Life reveal itself slowly but surely. When we are ready to receive an information, it is revealed to us. Do not doubt your inner sense, your inner intuition, your inner voice, even if it is not logical to follow that. It is still the most intelligent, the wisest approach to life is to follow your heart and to be aligned with whatever your conscience and to align your will, your conscience and your heart into one direction, and to follow the flow, to follow the flow of life, to be serene as much as possible. This is a song. I wanted to sing a song about friendship from I speak of Epicure. My friend Epicure was sort of friendship was one of the most precious value in human experience. For we have each other, and we may not be able to connect to all those great invisible presence, but we have each other. So until we can find comfort and we can lend help to each other, we can become one family. And then everything will be resolved. The extraterrestrial cannot come. The good extraterrestrials have a hard time coming here until we have so much distance between us, each other, us here on the earth, between the nation, the different beliefs and all those things. We have to unify a little bit our consciousness before our brothers and sisters from space will be able to. Then once we make this peace, create this understanding. I do sense that I've seen them, and I know they're coming. They're like the cavalry. They're a great deal of light and love that will be happening the day of the first contact. But we're still a bit away from that. I know it's coming. This reconnection with the angelic and the natural kingdoms and galactic families and the Ashtar command and all the great spirits that have had an impact on the earth will be reappearing in the physical world when the time comes. So we are eternal beings. We are one and the same, but we will have the unique perspective on things, and that's what makes life so rich, is that life has all the perspective. So if there was one missing, life would not be what it is. So no, you are precious in the universe, for everything has great value, every experience, every breath we take, and we are extremely rich, no matter what we may think, or sometimes we are overwhelmed with with the circumstances of our life, but realize if you have your eyes, you can see. If you did not have your eyes, you had billions of dollars, you would voluntarily give away half of your wealth just to get your eyes. So those senses are precious beyond money, beyond wealth. So to have hands is just a gift. If we ever lose it, we'll realize how precious those things were. But of course, if somebody is born with blind or something like that, it means that the experience that the soul has to go through that in order to grow and learn what it needs to learn. So it doesn't mean that we cannot find way to improve and find a way to restore the deficiency of the physical world. But everything has meaning, reason, and has to be respected for what it is. And if you can, the day you can love it all, you are one with all of creation. So. And this is a song. It's a song. It's an old song, but it's about someone that's facing the end of his life and has no regrets. So it's not an easy song, but I'm going to sing it anyway. It goes like this. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and so it's through without exemption. I've planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I hit it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing. To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record show I took the blows and did it my way. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.